Hello, hello, gang. It is your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. Hope all of you are doing well. It feels like an eternity since the last stream. If you're new, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging. Um, Come join us on Twitch. Do these every Monday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So come through if you haven't. They're a lot of fun. We always have a good time here. So thanks for vibing. But yeah, tonight I don't have anything planned. Mostly because I didn't do my due diligence and pick something. So, um, my first thought was maybe catch up since we haven't done that in a little bit. So, if chat is cool with that, we can do that. If not, I'm down for anything tonight. So, no problems. Let's see, Gunky, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Jazz, hello, thank you. Um, Hope you're doing well. Sally, hello. Gungy says catch up might be best. That is true. We could do that. We could do that. I'm down. I'm down. It's been a little minute since we've done it, so feel it would be necessary, you know? So hopefully everybody had a good weekend slash good week. Are you didn't get the remake? The remake's not is the remake out? The 1 and 2? I don't know if it's out yet. Unihi, hello. Kala, hello. Hope y'all are doing well. I feel I have to share this with chat. I got this yesterday. Uh, so my partner and I went to Jersey, and I got Hope on the Street Volume 1. It was on clearance, and I was like, oh shit, I should get this. And it was like $24 on clearance, and I think it was like normally like I don't know. Like I think it was like $48 for this record, which is nuts. And then I took it up to the register, and then it was $14. So I like came away with a steal. So you know, go if you're at a local Target, and this is here, pick it up. So it was very cool. It's also orange, so I thought that was sick. I don't know. I've been coming. I'll be honest. I've been coming up with the K-pop finds at the Target, so I don't know how, but it's good. I was definitely excited. So check your. This is not a plug to go to Target, but if you do shop there, check their K-pop stuff. Let's see. It came out on the second. Never played the Galaxy games before. Ooh, nice. Have fun. I did play one. I did not play two, so I'll have to check. Um, Sally says nice, thank you. Cal says a steal. Oh my god, I agree. Um, Uni says nice. That's it. Gungi says nice. It's great. Find Target has the best K-pop stuff for regular department store. I will say, yeah, they do. They do a really good job. This is like again not a pitch for, not a pitch for them at all. But I can usually find like most stuff. So very psyched. Very psyched. But all right, cool. Well, chat. I'm gonna ask. Let me know if there's anything you would like me to check out that we have not. Uh, I am down to check them out. I know there's a ton of new stuff that came out. So if you have a petition to check something out, then we will listen to it now. So let's see. Kala says the one in my hometown doesn't even have a K-pop section. Oof. I always try to keep an eye out if there's something, you know? Sarah says, I cannot use chat on my phone for some reason, so I guess I'm lurking tonight for a while until I can pull out my laptop again. That's all right, Sarah. Hope you're doing well. Also, that was such a cool photo of the concert. That's awesome. Glad you got to meet some cool people. So Callus's Ateez, I think, have two new songs. I could be wrong. Very nice. We could do the NMIXX. We'll definitely listen to that. I think my partner wanted me to listen to the new P1 Harmony song. So I feel like that's probably the only other one that I have a petition for. So All right. Well, let's check out NMIXX though. I gotta get my stream pulled up here, so we'll watch this first. Let me see. I gotta up my quality. Sarah says my only petition is did TIOT come back? Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that too. I'll put them on my. We've got NMIXX now. Ateez. TIOT P1. P1H. Okay, cool. All right, let's check out NMIXX. Let's go. Excited. That melody over top. Very nice. Nice piano section. Cool. I love those high ad libs. Ooh, all right. Very nice. All right. Gunky says this is a pre-release to their first full-length album. Ooh, wow. Okay. That's cool. Is it going to come out before the year's over with? I feel like we still got a little time, so I'd imagine it probably would. That's interesting. Interesting time frame for them to put a full-length album out. But anyway, this was NMIXX's Spin It on It. Very nice. I enjoyed this. I feel like to me, it comes out later this month. Thank you, Gunky. This was definitely different. I like it. I imagine this one will probably grow on me a little bit more. The thing that kind of surprised me about this track, I think, is that, and maybe it's because it's a pre-release, is that like I'm so used to them doing like the NMIXX change up sort of section of their songs, and I feel like this one's like a little bit more tame comparatively, and that's not a bad thing. I think they definitely have songs where it's not nearly as crazy, and I respect that. Um, but I feel like that's so crucial to their sound, I guess, to some degree. So it is something that I looked out for. That's not a bad thing. I do like that they didn't do the change up thing from what I would typically imagine them to do. But um, I definitely feel like for me, the first part of the song, I was like, okay, we're getting like this really like interesting bass riff with like this really interesting like distortion, and the way the song's mixed is very interesting as well. I'd be curious to listen to this kind of in multiple mediums, like typically how I'll go and listen to this on stream, and then I'll probably go listen to it in my car and then listen to it with the earbuds, because I feel like the song's dynamics all really have an interesting play, and I feel like this one definitely, I would argue, requires like better like things, like whether it's like a headphone with like a preamp or like really nice speakers. I feel like that would definitely kind of draw out more of the sounds. I don't know if you would really get the same dynamics in maybe like an earbud or something like that, but that's maybe a personal preference. But um, I feel like this song is just definitely like more like bass and low end driven. And I think a lot of their vocals kind of carry that more mid range and like treble side of the music. So I think that was very interesting. I like the chorus. I will say, at least for me, I wasn't sold on it on the first go around, but I will say once we got into the second chorus, I was like, oh, this is really, really good. And I really do. I feel like I pointed out often in their music, but I will say Lily definitely was like, you could tell she was definitely like one of the, like, in some of the stronger parts. I mean, she's a fantastic vocalist, so it makes sense, but like her melody hooks in the choruses were just like something that I fixated on more. So I definitely appreciate that a lot. But I will say the chorus has got a really good hook to it, and I'd only imagine that it's gonna continue to kind of snowball more. Um, but I liked it. I liked it. I would say that it's not as gripping as I feel like maybe some other NMIXX songs, for better or for worse, obviously. I feel like this song is definitely like a little bit safe in that aspect, which is not a bad thing, but it is also a pre-release, so I don't want to truly base like my experience on this song as a bad thing. I really enjoyed it. But I do feel like, you know, it does feel different from what they're atypical, which I'm glad that they didn't choose to do the change up part or whatever. Like, I'm glad that they kept it to like a really interesting song. Um, I liked a lot of the ad libbings in the end. I feel like that's probably my favorite part of the song, like that last chorus where you got to hear some like really crazy like vocal runs in the back. I thought that was insane. But yeah, overall, I felt like this was solid. I don't. I feel like there are some other NMIXX songs where I was like right out the gate, I was like, I love this song. I feel like this one was very good. I would still rank very high, but I don't know. I would probably have to give it some more listens to see how I truly come out on this one. But I enjoyed it. It was very, very, very solid. So, Gunky says this is definitely a grower song, but I didn't actually like the first 20 or 30 seconds of it. Gunky says I really liked it. I do like it the more I listen to it. That makes sense. I feel that. Especially, I think that's interesting coming from you, since you're such a big NMIXX fan. So it would make sense. Kala says I need to listen to it again to be sure, but not my favorite, but solid. I would agree. Uni says decent song, keeps my ears interested. Not their best. Weird envy. The envy was a little disorienting in some parts. Um, I try not to base my opinions on MVs, because I feel like sometimes like the MV could be a little odd, but the song could be like a banger, So I don't know. I feel like come back to me in this song in like a week's time, and honestly, I feel like that's how I feel like I'll have my true opinion on the song in like a week. So Gunky says, I will still say everyone fixates on the change ups, rightfully so, but they have more songs without it. It's definitely not as good as some previous pre-releases. I think, like I said, I don't even want to say I'll double down on it, but I feel like my commentary on NMIXX is that their change ups are an Achilles heel for better or for worse. Like, I feel like people ultimately insinuate, or maybe insinuate's probably not the right word, but like, I feel like they almost always say like, oh, well, NMIXX does the change up thing, so we're gonna, like, we have to expect that, right? Or assume that, right? And I think that that's kind of the issue sometimes, and not a bad issue. But I feel like sometimes when it doesn't kind of reach that same sort of thought process in your head, that it's like, oh wow, maybe they are doing something different. Maybe they want to branch out and not do the thing. And I get it, because I've listened to a lot of their B-side stuffs and they don't do that. I feel like it's mainly relegated to their title tracks. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't necessarily insinuate that type of sound to them, but I do feel like they have made it a point in previous songs to make that a point. So I think there is kind of like a, I think that it's a double-edged sword for sure on that aspect, which, I think is a good thing, but that separates them. But also at the same point, I feel like you can't always attribute their songs to having the change up thought process, I guess. So I get it. I absolutely get it, Gunky, for sure. And that's no diss to the one when they don't do it. I feel like that's them branching out. So Gunky says, I do like the song better without the MV. They're definitely a group where you need to listen to their songs multiple times to really appreciate them. That's fair. Uni says, I like that they're changing it up. Best not to lock themselves into a gimmick. That is true. That is true. I feel like Uni and I are on the same page tonight. So very nice. Very nice. Like I said, great song. Excited to hear more, certainly. I feel like NMIXX is always one of those groups I get very excited for it whenever they got new music. So I'm down for it. So, all right. Very cool. Well, we're going to move it on. I guess we have more AT songs. I didn't know they were releasing more music. That's insane. Okay, so we have Ash, which is from their Japanese release. And then I guess we have, it looks like Legacy is the other one. That's Yuno's. So, okay. Andy, hello. Thank you for hanging. Gunky says, I only like half of the songs on their previous album, so I don't love everything by them. That's true. That's true. And Kala says they're mixing it up. They are, in fact, mixing it up. So, okay. I know we had, because I know Harmony posted about the Yuno's song. So if that would check out if that was the two new AT stuff. So Ash is the title track. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's check out Ash then. Let's give it a listen. I'm excited. I don't think I've listened to any Ateez Japanese material, so it'll be a first.
Nothing will stay the same.
This is cool.
I can't forget you, I can't catch you. 開始に帰するあの days 散らばったこの時間の中で永遠に踊っている戻れないこの地獄で一人で恋しがりハイになっていく I'm dancing in the ash 君がくれた the rush
It's got a little bit of a club beat to it. About it.
なことなんてどうでもいいよ無理やり掴もうとしなくていいよ色はスターフをあなたとしてもただすり得るだけだから悲しくもない惜しくもないのにまたふりして離れる手に詰めるの後はいらない愛したから I'm dancing in the earth 壊れそうな I'm crash 崩れていく balance こぼれ落ちる記憶 I'm dancing in the ash つなぎ止めたい past 受け入れられない fast 姿見えなくても君への love 積もらす ash 記憶の君は never ever fades 世界の色は getting gray 心の中で forever you say I'm dancing in the ash まだ残ってる your touch 君がいない days hush 形変わってもずっとくすぶる love 積もってく ash
Wow. All right, Ateez. I see you. Very cool. Very cool. All right, this was Ateez Ash. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging. We're doing some catch up tonight. I enjoyed this a lot. I don't believe I have heard any Japanese stuff from Ateez. I don't know if they've had Japanese releases in the past, but this was a very cool introduction to their style. I feel like I'm less like, I guess, I don't know. Normally I'm like, oh wow, their Japanese material is like so different from their like mainline Korean stuff. And I don't want to again throw that in the same bucket, but I feel like this one kind of is similar to what Ateez does, but also a little different. I feel like some of their Korean title tracks, like while all be catchy, I feel like they really aren't what I have particularly enjoyed from them. I like a lot of their older catalog, and I go back and listen to those often. But I felt like this was very good. I love the kind of like dancey club beat that they have going on with this. I like that there's not a lot going on like from the instrumental perspective. It's really kind of that like beat, and I think that not that I often forget that they are good vocalists, but I feel like this song just kind of was like, oh damn, wow, they like really have great voices, and like I feel like they're not always represented. So I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that like this one just shows off more of their vocal variety in the group. Because I know there's some really I know they have some fucking great singers in Ateez, so it's a little surprising that some of their mainline Korean stuff isn't like them just trying to flex their vocals. So I'm glad that the Japanese material allows that to kind of come to light a little bit more. But yeah, I really enjoyed this a lot. I like I said, I was unfamiliar with their Japanese game, so I like this one a lot. This was just good vibey song. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this was like remixed into like more of a club banger. I feel like this could do super well. Not that it isn't good already the way it is, but I can envision people remixing this song for sure. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I was, by the time this song was over, I was sad because I would definitely run this back for sure, because this was a damn good song. So Gungi says, yeah, this is a really good song. Uni says, I really like that. Kala says, have you not heard Not Okay? I don't believe that I have, Kala. One of my favorite Japanese releases from them. Oh, okay. I feel like we didn't, I'll just kind of make a large summarization about like Japanese material, but I feel like we don't have always an opportunity to check out Japanese material, oftentimes because it gets blocked on YouTube. So I feel like some of these groups that we've covered in the past, I just haven't done their Japanese stuff because I just didn't want it to get screwed over by copyright, which again, it's their prerogative, it's their right. It's not me being bitter about it, but sometimes we're just not able to do it. So I would definitely check this out. If you had given it to me, Kala, on a Chaos stream, I will give it a listen for sure, without a doubt. So, Andy says this song brings me back to the beats used in electronic music in the 2010s. I like it. Yeah. That's cool, good reference. I would agree. Sarah says I love a good club banger. Agreed. And Gunky says you could react to I Use by Summer. Ooh, we could do that for sure. So, all right. Are we gonna check out Yuno's material? I don't know. The chat wants to check it out. We could do it. If not, then we'll pass it on by and we'll move to TIOT, which I'm excited about because I don't believe I haven't checked out the new stuff, so I'm excited. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll check it out since we're on the Ateez train here. So, all right. Well, this one looks to be Legacy. So, let's give it a listen.
얼어붙은 계절 찢어진 날개로 겨우 손만 잡던 날 Nobody knows what up inside 어둠 속에 울부짖는 밤 더 깊어지는 붉은 scar It doesn't matter anymore No force carrying me now All day 이 순간만을
Interesting build up.
I'll show you God 이 온몸에 새긴 고통과 타오르는 두 눈을 믿어 난 I know what is going on yeah 그 끝에 쓰여질 이건 proof Rising with the sunrise One more step let it all out louder No more pain it's the time to rise up Screaming that you're my love out loud Screaming that you're my love out loud I crumble Lost in the dust Fade into rust 나란 존재란 게 지금이라던데 소리 없이 쌓인 glory 유일한 내 legacy Can't see it 이 온몸에 새긴 고통과 타오르는 두 눈을 믿어 난 I know what is going on yeah 그 끝에 쓰여질 이건 proof One more step let it all out louder No more pain it's the time to rise up
Love the production.
Screaming that you're my love out loud Screaming that you're my love out loud Loud out loud Loud loud
Very nice. Very nice. This is cool. Choreography was sick too. All right. That was it looks like it was Yuno's Legacy is the song. Very nice. I enjoyed this. I did not know that, as Harmony says, this and Yuno's off the album were my favorite. Now just hoping Yuno's song gets an MVs too. Ooh, okay. I enjoyed this. This was a very interesting song. I like the dynamics of it. I think they did a great job with the production. It has this really like overarching anthemic feel. So I definitely appreciate that a ton. Um, as well as that, the vocal layering on this was really cool. I love there was like a lot of like obviously his main vocals were kind of the priority in the song, but there's like some cool ad lib sections. Like they had also as well like a really cool like choir section as well. I thought that was interesting. Again, adds to the anthemic feel of the song, so I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, this is very dynamic, very interesting. I would say it's probably not. It was more of a visual kind of combined with the music. I would probably give this one just another listen. You know, just the musicality of itself, but yeah, I thought it was solid. Like I said, I feel like Ateez always puts out very solid material. I feel like I have not delved into their Japanese material, so I will absolutely give that a listen for sure. But yeah, I thought this was very solid. Like I said, I didn't have any complaints about it. The choreography was really sick too. They did a great job with that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Ateez to me, and you know, I don't know if obviously that could be represented to all the members, but I feel like they have such a like big energy, especially like, you know, not to harp on like older material, but I do feel like there's just like this dynamic presence that I feel like Ateez has, and why I feel like this song is very good and I enjoy it. I feel like it lacks that little bit of essence that I feel like they typically do with their music. But yeah, I like the strings, I like the piano work. It was really good, but I don't know. I feel like it was just missing something to me, and I can't quite place it. But I feel like I'm left wanting more, which, you know, could be for better or for worse. So, let's see. Young Sang kills me. Sarah says, Uni says not bad, but I wasn't really feeling it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jazz says, it was interesting, but I don't think it's playlist worthy for me. As well. Gunky says, I agree with you, Brandon. Thank you, Gunky. We're all on the same page tonight. This is good. Yeah, I don't know. If you like this song, this is what you vibe with. Absolutely enjoy it, eat it up, you know, but I don't know. I feel like there's something there, you know, there's something unlocked that I was hoping for. But anyway, we're going to keep it moving. Sarah has recommended TIOT. If you missed out, we did a whole Boys Planet series. It's probably up by the time you're watching this on YouTube, so check it out. We covered them, so I'm excited to check out more of them. The Boys Planet summer is never over with officially, so excited to see their next release, which it looks like the next song that they have out now is My Pride. So let's get into it. I'm excited. I like the last one, so.
자꾸 끌려 I don't wanna lose you 복잡해져가 I'm out of control 나의 말 달라마대 기분은 추락하자 가방질방졸타게 넌 이제는 no more I just wanna choose you Oh you 정할래 너와 나의 관계 Day by day 아침 점심 저녁 너를 생각해 my name 괜히 줄여봤던 보폭에 또 다시 멀어져도 I'm okay I'm fine 그럼 뭐 어때 온종일 내 생각에 비식 눈물 핑 머린 터져버리고 상대 없이 슬피 홀로 가위바위보 You know you got the juice 내 제일 많은 갖고 놀래 오늘도 어김없이 넌 또 yeah. Day by day 아침 점심 저녁 너만 생각해 항상 말해 just take it slow 그저 너에게 바래 You never come knock on my door 한 번쯤은 날 찾아줘 To me Cause I wanna know
Love the panning. Nice.
You hit me 위로해 you up 마침내 찾아왔어 You know I don't care My pride, my pride Every time 자꾸만 내게 넘어가 Don't get my pride You know I don't care My pride, my pride 난 네 손바닥 아닌가 You know that My pride, my pride Don't kill my pride Na na na na na Na na na na my pride Na na na na na Don't kill my pride
Nice. All right, cool. I enjoyed this. This was sick. All right, this was TIOT's My Pride. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging. I enjoyed this a lot. I like that they use like I don't know if it's a sample or not, but it is a very common chord phrasing in like jazz music, which I think is very cool. I like whenever that's incorporated into that. It gives that sort of like R&B, like this kind of has more of a pop R&B feel to it, which I'm definitely about. At first I was like, wow, is this gonna be like a little bit of a slower song? But I like that they kind of mixed in, and I think they did it very well. That combination of like the jazz motif plus like the 808s and like the trap beats and stuff. I feel like that's such a good combo. I don't know why, but I always really wind up enjoying it. And I felt like this song does it very well. I think another large highlight of this song are the vocals. I really like the way that they were arranged. I like that there's kind of a good mix of them singing solo, but also I feel like there's a lot of good ensemble vocals as well. And I feel like you get a good cast of characters in this track, so I appreciate that a lot. There are some really good like melody choices too. At first, I will say that first chorus, I was like, ooh, I don't know. Like, I like it, but I was like, I don't know if it sounds right. And like the way that they kind of chose like an interesting melody to pair along with that, I was like, I was like, am I really gonna feel this song? And then by the second chorus, I was definitely enjoying it enjoying it more. And then by the final chorus, I was like, damn, this is good. I like that. I think what kind of also shifted my opinion as well about the song was the bridge. I think the bridge section was immaculately done. I really enjoyed the vocal section in the bridge, which I feel like traditionally with the TIOT songs, I have enjoyed a lot of the bridges. But this one was good. I like that they kind of like slowed it down a little bit more. I think they kind of gave a little bit more space for the vocals too. Not that there wasn't prior to that, but I think there was just a little bit more space in the song for that. So definitely like that. And then that transition with like the panning and stuff in the bridge to the final chorus, I thought was really sick too. So I enjoyed this a lot. I will absolutely be going back into giving this one a listen tomorrow, most likely. So, but yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I feel like the TIOT songs have been vibing with, so appreciate that. Sarah says, I also like how they use Kyunhee's lower pitch in the song, where it was contrasty but not totally shocking, like how some deep vocals get added. I agree. And I also feel like there were certain bits where some of the members had like auto-tune, but like I feel like it was like a tasteful amount of auto-tune. Like it wasn't like, oh wow, like this is like supposed to be standout. It was just kind of like, I feel like it was kind of bridging the gaps a little bit in the song, where I was like, it was more used as a creative piece versus like them trying to pitch correct or something like that. So I appreciate that a lot. So I think this was extremely well organized, and I also feel like the production has gotten better too. So I appreciate that. Sarah says it almost reminded me of Daisy by Pentagon. I can see the comparisons. I can see the comparisons for sure. But I enjoyed this a lot. Definitely I feel like TIOT always keeps me on my toes. So with each comeback, so I'm excited to always check them out. They were really great. I think they were up there certainly with Pentagon in terms of my favorites from Boys Planet. So I mean groups that we've covered. Not to have any sort of bias to any of them, but I did really love TIOT and Pentagon the most. I think there was maybe a handful of other guys groups in the Boys Planet deep dives, but those two definitely stuck with me throughout the previous stream. So very nice. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Always showing love to them. So very nice. Very nice. We're going to keep it moving. My partner had recommended we check out the P1 Harmony song. So I feel like we got to check that one out. So it looks like it's X is the song. So I'm curious. I'm curious what it's going to sound like. So let's give it a listen.
Every girl deserves to have her exploration. Have a little fun without an explanation. Exit on them when they hit the expiration. End of story, period, no exclamation. Unexceptional guy, so you can't tell me bye-bye. I think I gave enough of my time, so I'm sorry, not sorry. X's and O's, yeses and no's. Ain't nothing personal, I gotta know. Trust me, you'll be fine. So I'm sorry, not sorry. Young and so incredible. Think it's time to settle. What we got so special.
A really interesting modulated bass.
I'm sorry, I'm not. Access and O's. Every girl deserves to have her exploration. Have a little fun without an explanation. Exit on them when they hit the expiration. End of story, period, no exclamation. Every X, X, X, X, X. The next, next. Left on with the text. End of story, period, no exclamation. Please go to get your access. Now your message and pictures too, babe. What are you doing there? See what I'm doing there? Still I'm here. Don't hesitate, babe. Turn around, look at me. You seem to have too many thoughts. Access and notes, get rid of the fool. Young and so incredible. Think it's time to settle. What we got so special. I'm sorry, I'm not. Access and O's. Every girl deserves to have her exploration. Have a little fun without an explanation. Exit on them when they hit the expiration. End the story, period, no exclamation. Every X, X, X, X, X. Oh, get your next. Lifting with the text. End the story, period, no exclamation. Honey, you got everything you need. I may be the only one to be perfect boy that's
awesome.
always in your dreams. Baby, let me in. Tell me what it is. Every girl deserves to have her exploration. Have a little fun without an explanation. Exit on them when they hit the expiration. End the story, period, no exclamation. Every girl deserves to have her exploration. Have a little fun without an explanation. Exit on them when they hit the expiration. End of story, period, no exclamation. Every X, X, X, X, X. Get your next. Lifting with the text. End the story, period, no exclamation.
I dug that. Interesting. I like the video game theming. That's cool. All right. This was P1 Harmonies X. Very nice. I enjoyed this. This was I was gonna point out the same thing with Uni. We're sharing the brain cell tonight. I like the writing. I thought that like text X, like next. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of all the wording that they use. But I thought it was very interesting the way that they kind of like based all of like, especially in the chorus more specifically, the way they based it all around X. I thought that was very cool. Very intelligent, at least from what I've gotten writing wise. So I appreciate that. The song itself is really infectious too. I love like the major key tones that they're using. There's a lot of like interesting like modulated bass on the low end of the song, but I love that the song kind of has more of like a chiptune-y, like obviously video game sort of feel to it. There's some like really cool like arpeggiated synth in the back as well that kind of like makes the song kind of have an interesting movement. I think this song definitely does a great job with rhythm as well. There's a lot of cool like bouncy moments where a lot of that like again the energy comes from, and I think it matches up well with like the way the vocals parts in the song kind of stance in the sort of lyricism and the way that they portrayed a lot of the songs. I thought that was very good. But yeah, I can understand this being a very ear catching song because I think their writing definitely plays a huge factor in how how good the song kind of came out, in my opinion. I think the only thing that I was kind of missing, which I'm surprised that they didn't do, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a vocal push at the end of the song. I feel like most songs typically have like that like final chorus like to just lay it home. I mean, there's definitely some moments in that final chorus where I was like, ooh, this sounds really good. But I feel like there was like a little bit of reservation. So I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. But I really liked it. The pre-chorus was also really sick. I think that's really where you hear that modulated bass a ton. So I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, this one was really good. I feel like I don't, and again, P1 Harmony fans don't come at me, but I feel like I wasn't as gravitated towards the last P1 Harmony song that released, and that's not to say it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it, but I feel like this one's gonna have a lot more staying power comparatively to the previous one. So I gotta give it to their team for the writing. They did a great job. So let's see. Gangi says this is a fun song. I would agree. So very nice, very nice. Harmony, thanks for the pick. I know you'll probably watch these later on, but appreciate it. Very cool, very cool. Let me see. We did TIOT. Let's see. We are pretty much caught up with the ones that I want to check out. Let's see. I'm looking at all the old ones here. We did Ash. If there's any others in chat, I know I don't know if Unhe's given any recommendations. Andy, if you have any, Sally, let me know. Oh, IU. Yes, we'll do IU. Sorry, Gunky. I do remember you recommending IU. We will do IU and we will do Heart to Heart. Okay. Jazz. Okay, cool. We'll do Woodz. No problem. All right, let me type these away in my notes here. 2 hard starts. Woodz and Yerin. Okay. Cool. By Summer. Okay, cool. See, or you can do it live or the lyric. We'll do the lyric video. I always like reading the lyrics. So, also speaking of IU, I finally have started Hotel de Luna. So, first episode was very interesting. I'll keep my commentary short on it after, but it was very interesting. Okay. I guess we'll do the lyric video. That was the first one I saw, so let's do it.
Hey summer 인사할 때야
fire register is so good.
마지막 인사 대신 그저 널 안고 싶지만 멈춰버린 하늘의 별이 달리는 밤 내겐 영원 같았던 우리를 닿는다 우리를 닿는다 By summer 인사할 때야 서늘한 바람이
Aw. Incredible. All right. Well, this was IU and their song By Summer. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Gunky. I I just want to preface, I feel like there's not much I could typically say about IU songs where I feel like I haven't already. She is an incredible vocalist. And I feel like I always get excited when we get to check out her music because she just enamors me. In such a like she's got such a beautiful voice, and like her arrangement style is so, she's so well tuned in her arrangement style that, I think like you can't help but be like, wow, this is a great song. Like it's just another IU, another great IU song, right? But I really enjoy this. I think I think what I noticed a lot about IU and kind of taking a little bit of a pause from her music and then obviously coming back in this section here. I feel like she's just got such a way that I feel like vocally there's moments where she can be like so vocally tender, like especially in the verses of the song. I was just like, wow, there's like such a like warmth or drawing in the way that she kind of sings in this song that I really appreciate. And I think you definitely hear that more in the verses of the track. But once you get into like the choruses and she's doing like these belts and stuff, there's just such a such a power behind her voice that I really appreciate as well. And I think in this song she was really kind of able to push her register even a little bit further more. So I definitely appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I think there's something that like I feel like every time that I listen to an IU song, like there's something that just the way that she writes very much kind of just, and I don't want to be speaking for chat, but I feel like, at least in my opinion, I feel like I don't know, she just touches your soul. There's just something about her writing style that you're just like, man, there's just a warmth and there's just like a resonance about her that I'm just like, damn, like I sit through this song and I'm just like, feeling a lot of those deep emotional connections to the track. So, again, felt like this one was an incredible one. I love the MV style with the lyric video. I think the art was really beautiful. So, I feel like this was another solid IU song. I feel like, again, and any IU song is a good IU song. If I had to be really nitpicky about it, it's just like I feel like this is what IU typically does, and it's not a bad thing. But I do feel like it screams very IU coded, and that makes sense. So, Gunky says she actually performed this live over a year ago, and she said she wasn't going to release it at the time. She finally officially released it a month ago. It's a fitting song since the summer just ended. I agree. Unhi says nothing in this particular song stands out about okay, I gotta reread this. He says nothing in particular stands out about the song, but yeah, it's IU, so of course it's still fantastic. The sentiments are true about that. Like I said, we're getting an IU song. I feel like, listen, we're eating, so I can't be complaining at all. So very nice, very nice. Thank you, Gunky. This was a good homage to summer. So, all right. Well, we're gonna move it on. Unhi have recommended Heart to Heart, Hearts to Heart. And it looks like their song is it Pretty Please. I'll make two caveats. The first one, Hotel de Luna, I watched the first episode. It was very interesting. It was not what I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest. I was like, the show itself is very interesting. So I don't know if it has particularly called me. I was like, I enjoyed it, but I feel like it's gonna snowball. You know, there's a lot of episodes, so I'm gonna have to carve through it. But I feel like it wasn't initially where I was like, oh yeah, like I feel like there's some shows where I'm like, yeah, I can get into this one. I feel like this one's gonna be a grower for sure. So excited to watch more episodes, but I know chat has been asking me to check it out, so I'm finally doing it. And also, IU is a great actress too. She's very convincing in the role that she's in, so I like it. It's very nice. Gunky says, IU really doesn't need to do anything special for it to be really good. That is true. That is true as well. And also, caveat to Unhee's comment, I thought Unhee was saying pretty please as in like, can we do it? I did not know the song was called Pretty Please. So I was like a little caught off guard, but it was very funny. Anyway, let's check it out. I was like, damn, I was like, they really want me to listen to it.
We've been waiting for this time for so long. Baby, come and get the pretty please, yeah. Please, yeah. It's time to show what we got. Please, yeah. Please, yeah. Everybody sing it pretty please. 이건 마치 perfect timing. 그냥 넘기겐 예쁜 햇살까지. 고민 없이 걸어가. 다 모여 여기 best is 벌써 나 두근대. Oh, 가방에 넣어놓은 Polaroid. 질릴 틈 없는 playlist. 준비와
Is this a Pokemon song?
난 어때 기분이 feel so good. 손발 닿는 곳이라도 it's okay. 너와 함께.
Well, nice.
It's so simple. 이 모든 게 favorite scene. Everybody sing it pretty please. Oh, be your pretty please. 찾아 우리만의 place. 어디든 달려갈래. 너의 손 꼭 잡은 채 go with flow the vibe. 우리 story. Follow me now. Pretty please on me. Pretty please on you. Come 노래 like singing la ta ta ta. 생각을 list 맘이 가는 대로. 낯선 거리라도 궁금했던 난 check 하고 싶어. On and on 기분은 up 어디로 몰아볼까 더 반짝이는 눈 감아만 poppin' 만나는 너와 함께 우리 finale. We looking pretty good pretty okay just like this. How it's so simple 이 모든 게 favorite scene. Everybody sing it pretty please. Oh, be your pretty please. 찾아 우리만의 place. 어디든 달려갈래. 너의 손 꼭 잡은 채 go with flow the vibe. 우리 story. Follow me now. Pretty please on me. Pretty please on you. Take my love. See ya smiling to me goodbye. 우린 함께일 때도 빛나. 정말 난 세상이 커 보여도 함께라면 I'm the winner.
Like that's such a
목표지는 중요하지 않은 걸지도 몰라. 에이, 이대로 완벽해. 설레는 맘 이 순간 다 멈춰줘. It's true. Yeah, you're more pretty please. Oh, be your pretty please. 찾아 우리만의 place. 어디든 달려갈래. Right now. 손 꼭 잡은 채 go with flow the vibe. 우리 story. Follow me now. Pretty please on me. Pretty please on you. Pretty please. Every step by step 새로운 your day. Pretty please. Show me your pretty world. We are on the way. Go with vibe. Please don't be. Follow me now. Pretty please on me. Pretty please on you.
Nice. Cool stuff. I like it. This was Hearts to Hearts. and their song "Pretty Please." Very nice, very nice. I enjoy this. Okay, so I need to maybe chat can give me a little bit more context. So it looks like please look forward to the tie up collaboration of Pokemon ZA. That's interesting. I don't. I mean, obviously there was a ton of Pokemon references in this MV, but I'm curious as to why that's a thing. I guess I don't know. Very interesting. Um, I like this. I like the song. Um I feel like genre wise this is definitely in my lane. I love that like really kind of like really interesting like synth choice that they use in the song. Very melodic, very vibey. Appreciate that. Their voices are very nice. I think we've listened to maybe like a handful of other hearts to heart songs and I've enjoyed them. I think they're very strong vocalists, so I'm excited to see, obviously future what they're going to be doing, but I thought this was very nice. The chorus was really catchy. But it's got a smoothness to it. I like that. I feel like sometimes I feel like this song has like the perfect blend of just chill vibe. Like I could be just sitting back in my chair here enjoying the song, but I also feel like in the same vein, like there's a lot of cool like vocal melodies. I think they did a great job of like mixing it up, not making it feel. I feel like this song could really realistically be a little bit samey, and I like that there's just a ton of vocal variation in the song. Um, like between like the rapping, the vocal lines, I feel like they did a great job of that. There's a lot of moments of like vocal pop off as well, which I appreciate too. So definitely appreciate that a ton. But yeah, I was really vibing out with the song. I feel like I've enjoyed a lot of the hearts to heart stuff. If I remember correctly, I know that they are pretty young, which is a little bit of a sad thing. But obviously, still wish them the best and hope that they're, still crushing it. But yeah, I like their vibe. I feel like it's a good song. Definitely has like an old schooly sort of vibe. I agree with Unhee, but yeah, I did like this. I don't remember the other Hearts to Hearts song. I think maybe it was on the other release, but I thought this was solid. I enjoyed it. Gunky says this is not my vibe, but it's my favorite song by them. Ooh, wow, okay, interesting. Uni says, yeah, it's nothing crazy, but I like the fun old schooly vibes. I do wish they would give us something like the chase again, but this is just a pretty release, so we'll see what the next title track is like. That is true. When did this come out? This came out. Okay, so it didn't come out that long ago. It's a couple weeks ago. So very interesting. I am still curious. I like genuinely curious on the Pokemon collaboration. Like there is some like I was like, is that Chikorita? Like there is definitely I could go real nerd and point out all the Pokemon or references, but I was just like, there's definitely moments where I'm like, oh, that's Floette, or like, hey, they have like Eevee on their face, or obviously Pikachu, the mascot of Pokemon, is everywhere. Like they had, in the fireworks, there's like a Pokeball, there's a Great Ball, like very interesting. I that's probably the only thing that kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. The song itself was good. I feel like I could listen to the song outside of the MV and also like in the MV, of course, because I love Pokemon. But I thought that was very interesting. So see what the collaboration is in the future, I'm sure. So very nice, very nice. Thank you, Unhee, for the pick. I enjoyed it. Good vibes. So all right, Jazz, we are doing Woodz next, which I'm excited about. I think I had a few people ask on the most current Woodz video or like catch up stream to do Woodz, which I like the last song he did. So I feel like I will probably enjoy this one. So let's give it a listen. This is I'll Never Love Again. That's very interesting song title. I'm sure you will love Woodz. Don't worry.
꺼내려 해봐도 잠잠했던 기억이 다시 내 숨을 가두고 죽어가는 것 같았어. 난 내 세상은 무너졌어. 다시 흩어져 간다. 아픈 너의 말들이 지나면 없던 일이 돼. 넌 또 그렇게 쉽게 run away. 내 유일한 영혼이었던 너가 사라져버렸어. 부서져가는 나. I never love. It burns me down. 차가운 맘에 닿았던 사랑은 또다시 날 재고상갔다. 부딪혀버린 거래서 닿은 거라 생각했어. 또다시 터져버린 내 마음이 너무 뻔해. 가둬버렸다. 사사로운 감정들이 떠나고 후회만 남아버린 기억은 허물벗어. 바람은 날카롭게 날 베었고 고요한 밤을 걸어 다시 눈을 떴어. 아스레이 피어나 깊은 바람이 되어 있었다. 이제 널 지울게. I never love. It burns me down. 차가운 맘에 닿았던 사랑은 또다시 날 재고상갔다. 부딪혀버린 거래서 닿은 거라 생각했어. 또다시 터져버린 내 마음이 너무 뻔해. 가둬버렸다.
This guy has insane rasp. Holy shit.
이런 결말인 거라면 I'll never love again. 내 자격은 쫓아
Damn. That was sick. Very nice. This was Woodz, I'll Never Love Again. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Jazz. Man is nuts. This is so good. I like this. I like the last one, and I was like, man, if he's going back in that rock direction, I'm gonna be fucking stoked. And I'm glad. I feel like this. Not to say some of the other songs aren't good. You know, I don't want people coming at my throat, but I feel that, oh my god, I feel that he does such a great job with like the rock genre. I don't know. There's just something about his voice that just fits that so well. And I feel like I do not need to say that this man sings with conviction, because he absolutely does. There's so much like rasp and dirt and grit to his voice in this song that like it just, I don't know. I feel like emotionally it kind of hits you like a truck. You know what I mean? Like it just got that sort of weight and like emotion to it that I think he really he doesn't need to sell you the song, but I feel like he is just pouring all that energy into this track. So I really love that. And I think you can definitely tell that there's just a conviction to it that I just really appreciate. And, you know, I think, you know, it's undeniable, obviously, to those listening. I love kind of like the more like rock elements of it as well. I will say, um, I feel like it is kind of similarly to like I feel like it almost has like a I don't know, it's kind of got like a classic rock feel to it in some ways. And that's not a bad thing. I feel like he does it really well again. The genre just fits super strong with his voice, and I love the MV. I feel like it was very also emotional, but like in a different way. I feel like it tied really well into the lyricism as well. But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. I feel like I will definitely have to give this most current release from Woodz a listen because I have traditionally liked a lot of his music, but I felt that this one was really solid. So, and his voice sounds incredible. I feel like he just continues to up his vocal game. So I love seeing that. So yeah, this was great. I would probably put this amongst my favorites that I've heard tonight so far. I really enjoyed this a lot. This is great. So, let's see. Woodz My Love, Calla says. Jazz says, I love this song so much. Couldn't agree with you more. Andy says, I love his music so much. Let's go. Calla says, ugh, so good. Uni says, fantastic. Muhammad, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. But yeah, we love Woodz. Again, people that have been asking for it, it's here. So we can watch it. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Very cool. Sally, you have chose Yerin. So I will get that pulled up. Let me see. I think it's Awake, if I'm not mistaken here. You can let me know, Sally, if I'm incorrect. So, very nice. And two tunes. Very nice. And Sally says, this is Yerin from G-Friend. Yes, very nice. Awesome. I love Yerin. I've been on the G-Friend binge a little bit recently. Especially since I checked out Yuju's release. So, very excited. Let's give this a listen.
조용한 밤 기다려온 순간 이렇게 난 오랫동안 찾았던 시간 그려왔던 순간처럼 내 마음을 그려 말없이 쌓인 감정들 언제부턴가 나도 낯설어 혼자 남겨져 있던 날들 여긴 어디쯤일까 난 어디로 가고 있을까 이제는 날 찾아가 I walked the pain, I felt the strain but every scar remains in me They built my soul, they set it free And now I'm rising, cry 이제 됐어 떠날 거야 Now
Interesting.
it's time I pay the clock 새롭게 나는 살 거야 I've been waiting just to show 갈 수 있어 떠날 거야 Now I'm walking through the way 또 다른 날 찾아 Now I can feel my heart so away Oh yeah Oh yeah
All right. I am curious who composed this. Okay, very nice. This was Yerin's Awake. Thank you, Sally. Yerin from G Friend. Very cool. I enjoyed this. This was definitely. I feel like we might be in the rock phase of tonight's stream. Um, I enjoyed this a lot. She's got such a bright voice. I'll be honest. I was like, man, I love Yerin's music. Like obviously a part of G Friend. But her solo material, this was really good. I enjoyed this a lot. I will say the only misstep that I feel like maybe personally in the song that I didn't really that I was a little surprised about was like the pre-chorus is longer than I feel like it should be. I don't know how I feel about like I love the build up at the beginning part of that pre-chorus, but I do feel like you lose a little bit of that momentum with like the slowness of either like they had that one section where she just does like a little bit of singing and then they break into like that like da da da da da da and then they get into the like chorus section of the song. I was kind of surprised that there's like a little bit of a lull in like the energy and then they try to pick I think they do a pretty good job of picking it back up in the chorus, but um I was kind of hoping for like the continuation of that build. So I thought maybe like that section kind of is a little bit of a rough transition in my opinion. But the chorus is fantastic. I think the rest of the song's really good. Really fun, very like rock influenced. And I think Yerin's got like a specific like I don't know. She's got like this specific sort of brightness to her voice that I think does a really great job of reflecting off this song in a nice way. Like, um, definitely kind of giving like a little bit more of a pop rock sort of feel to it. So I appreciate it. Like, God, is the song? I think the song's called "Perfect Day," but it was like an OG, like early 2000s, maybe like late 90s, like pop rock song. It's like it's a perfect day, nothing. I'm not gonna sing the rest of it because I'll get copyrighted. But I feel like it kind of gave me that sort of vibe, which growing up and listening to that type of music, I feel like it definitely was in a similar lane. So I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, I feel like for me, this one was very solid. I do feel like there's maybe a little bit of missteps in my opinion, um, but overall, I thought this was pretty nice. I enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what she's gonna be doing next. If she continues on with like the more pop rock motif, or she breaks into something new. But this was a good starting point. I would like to argue. So very nice. Um, Gungy says I can never get enough of G Friend's music. Fair enough. Um, Gunky says, I didn't notice that, but also watching a show and listening to the stream. And man, you are the multitasking king over here. So Uni says, oh God, I haven't heard Hoku in a long time. Very nice. And then Kala says, your ability to take in multiple audio inputs at once scares me. I'd also agree. Listening to music you're playing. No, that's all right. It's okay. Sally says, I think this is her third comeback as a soloist. Okay, very cool. I feel like it's been more current with like all the G Friend members have been doing something. I want to give you the right thing because I know I have been. I know I did listen to. I want to say it had to have been Yuju. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was Yuju. I thought I was right. I have been listening In Bloom. I listened to that like a bunch recently. So I'm curious if they will come back. I don't know if they've I don't know if they was I don't know if they've come I don't know if they plan on coming back at some point, but I don't know. Just because obviously all of them are releasing solo material, I imagine they might be putting a pause on the G Friend stuff. But I don't know. I enjoyed this. This was a great, I feel like this was a great pick. I would definitely give this a listen. Sally, I don't know if this is a part of a like full release. It looks like it just as album production. So I'd imagine this might be potentially a mini album. So I'll have to check that out. So, very cool. And Gunky says Yuju was last. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I did go through and listen to a bunch of her. I actually listened to her most recent album a ton. So, definitely enjoyed that. So, very nice. Very nice. All right, chat. If you wanna keep it schmoving with some more recommendations, feel free to. I'm just kind of going off of catch up. So if there's a new song that came out, then let me know. We'll check it out. I remember checking out Thriller. Did check out Thriller for Bad Villain. I don't know. All these other ones I don't think we've checked out yet. So very nice. Sally says it's just a single album, no B-side. Unfortunately, all of Yerin's other stuff has B-sides though. Ooh. We did check out Bad Villain last time, Sally. That was good. That was a good song. I enjoyed that. Very nice. Gunky says Treasure Now Forever. Ooh, okay. Very nice. All right. We will check that one out. If anyone else in chat has other recommendations, let me know. All right. We have not done Treasure yet. Actually, we did do Treasure. I misspoke, I think. I know we covered Treasure. Yeah, because I remember the logo. We did cover Treasure. I misspoke. We did check out Treasure. So this is cool. Let's check out Now Forever, though. I have not checked this out. Too many ones to remember.
My love is gravity.
Don't know where we're going, but I don't even care. Talking like we got a million hours for wasting. I'm losing my sense of time. You look at me like that. I'm floating away. You make it easy, baby. The smile won't leave my face. No, nothing compares to us, and gravity's beyond. 'Cause we're up in space.
If I had a time machine, I'd hit the pause button. We really got something. You and me, we mean something.
It's butterflies all the time, and I'm ready, set, go. Can we stay right now forever? 'Cause I only wanna be together. Up in the stars, that's where we are tonight.
Forever, right now, forever, ever.
Can we keep it right here, this moment? Let this feeling be never over. Up in the sky, just you and I tonight.
Forever, right now, forever, ever.
No one gets it like you do. Girl, you're such a pretty view. I'm lost in the colors, perfection uncover. Don't take it away.
If I had a time machine, I'd hit the pause button. We really got something. You and me, we mean something.
It's butterflies all the time, and I'm ready, set, go. Can we stay right now forever? 'Cause I only wanna be together. Up in the stars, that's where we are tonight.
Forever, right now, forever, ever.
Can we keep it right here, this moment? Let this feeling be never over. Up in the sky, just you and I tonight.
Forever, right now, forever, ever.
Wow. Synth player's going nuts.
My love is gravity.
Ooh. All right. Very cool. this was Treasures Now Forever. Thank you, Gunky, for the pick. Very cool. I enjoyed this. It has a very like retro feel to it. Definitely like 80s synth pop vibes, which is fun. I did. It looks like Gunky says that this is an English song. Very nice. Their English is very good. Definitely appreciate kind of like the lyricism of the song. The synth was great. I love that like synth solo part in the bridge. That was really cool. They crushed it, whoever it is. Kudos to you. But yeah, I feel like this is a very very listenable song. Like I said, I don't think this is like there isn't anything crazy about the song, but I do feel that it is very easy to listen to, as well as that I feel like it's just a good vibe. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you can't help but have like a smile on your face and like just really feel a part of the song. So I really love that. I also love the choreo. The choreo seemed really cool, especially like that one pan section. I think it's in the bridge part of the song where like they basically did the close up camera and all of them are like running, like kind of running towards the camera a little bit in like pairs. I thought that was so cool. Very, very, very cute. You know, I feel like it's very playful in that aspect. So I love that. I thought that was really sick. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this song. I don't think it is doing anything out of the ordinary, but I do feel like it is a really well written song. So I definitely like that. Very nice. Very nice. Cal says, oh, wait, we haven't listened to Hechan's Crazy. We have not, but I added that, so we'll check that one out. Gungi says, LOL, this is a B-side. That is true. I did notice that. Polo, thank you for hanging. I did add the Manifest song. If it is Ruya, let me know. We will check that out after Hechan. So Gungi says, love the synth in it. It's just a fun song to me, nothing crazy. Yeah, I think I loved our deep dive into Treasure, which obviously I couldn't remember because we do so many. But I enjoyed it. I have enjoyed a lot of Treasure's discography, and I feel like this song is no different. I feel like they've got a really good team behind them, and they make really good, fun songs. So I feel like they'll continue on in my heart. So I love that. So very nice, very nice. All right, well, we'll check out Hechan's Crazy. I'm always excited to check out whatever kookiness that I feel that anybody from NCT does. So we will check it out. Guggy says, I feel like Treasure is underrated, but everyone has their own taste. That's fair. I could definitely see it. Again, as covering them, I feel like I maybe have a bit more of a bias towards that, but I would agree. I think they do. I think they have a really good performative aspect to them, and I feel like this kind of, again, shows both sides of that, the vocal side as well as the performance aspect. So very cool. Cal says, I enjoyed Hechan's album. Oh, okay. All right, well, let's get into Crazy then. I'm excited to check this one out. Sorry.
Hey yo, you keep looking at me, telling me I'm crazy. You're right.
내 걸음은 fancy 시선을 훔치는 순간 날 보는 건 근해 반대쪽 다리를 거져 Girl, I'm gonna go insane 잠깐 눈 마주친 순간 That's why Stop 너와 나 텅 빈 우주 우리 사이 gravity 거리는 좁혀지고 계속 너에게 갈게 아직 숨결이 닿기가 멀어 잠깐만 I'm gonna get it done 날 원하고 있는 내게 위험한 거 하면서 원해 도망칠 수가 난 oh man yes you're the one on one But I get it you feel it 상상해버려서 난 우려더래 가까워져나 넌 몰래 Baby I'll be sliding up on your yeah 이제 finally 하나 둘 셋 내 count it up baby I'm
just start with you. 뭐든 네가 원하면 I do. Yeah. My people don't understand. 난 잃어버려 어느새 내 옆에서 있는 너. Your style is fine. 날 웃고 좀 make me do. 우리 사이 chemistry. 좀 빼곤 지워지고 너와 나의 호흡은 어때? Girl will it be on my mind. 나 모르지 않은 척만 다가가서 말해 네가 듣고 싶은 말. Show me baby. 두 눈을 마주친 채 But I get it, you feel it. 상상해버렸어 그렇게 오래 뜨거워져 너란 존재. Baby I'll be sliding up on you, yeah. 이제 finally 하나 둘 셋 넷 count it up, baby. I'm crazy. I think I'm sick, do you feel me? Yeah. 내가 되자는 네 시선에, yeah. Baby, you drive me crazy tonight. 내 밤머리도 해 실루엣은 밤새 모든 불빛이 사라진 밤. 결국 네 옆에 서 있을게. I know how you feel it 보여 내 눈엔. 이제 숨기지마 본심을 꺼내. Baby I'm crazy tonight. Baby I'm crazy. I think I'm sick, do you feel me? Yeah. 눈까지 선 네 시선에, yeah. Baby you drive me crazy tonight. 내 밤머리도 해 I'm crazy, finally crazy. Crazy. Maybe it's good to be crazy, isn't it, baby? I'm
nice, stop.
이 밤머리도 해 실루엣은 밤새. Crazy.
Wow. I'm impressed. That was good. Damn. All right, that was Hechan's Crazy from their new album Taste. Very cool. Let's see. Kala says enjoyed his album. I'll add that to the list, Muhammad. Kala says so glad he released a solo album. Adore his voice. I agree. I Hechan, and I know I always make fun of, obviously chat got me into it, but I love Mark Lee and Hechan. I would say they were definitely my favorite members of like the NCT groups. I remember being enamored by Hechan's voice and still am. But I felt like this sub, I'm surprised I didn't go and listen to this on my own accord. And I'm glad I didn't, because obviously love doing the reaction videos, but as well as that, I felt like this was such a good song to listen to on stream. He's got such a fun voice, and I think this song definitely plays more to his strengths. I love like that, like he did like a lot of ad-libbing and vocal runs in this song that I really appreciate. And he's got like great vocals, so it was cool to hear him kind of like weave in and out of the song with like the ad-libs and stuff. I thought that was really, really cool. I also love the guitar work. I feel like anytime you incorporate like I don't know, I guess it would kind of be in a Spanish style riff. I definitely kind of could pull, I guess, similarities to that of like a Justin Timberlake, or even like the most current Jungkook album, like 3D, kind of given like a little bit of that, like especially like the way that the guitar playing style is. But to me it was kind of like a good mesh of those two, like instrumental wise, and I like that stylization of guitar. I feel like that just works really well under the guise of pop. So I feel like this is another one of those songs where I'm going to be like, oh shit, like this is another great guitar riff mixed with like pop hooks. So I'm definitely going to be adding this to the playlist for sure. I like the bridge. The bridge was like a little bit funky, a little different. Appreciate that a lot. I love that the last chorus has like such a great dynamic bit to the song. Like there was a cool moment, like cool like stopping moments in terms of the rhythm of the song. So I love that. And again, I adore Hechan's vocals similarly to Kala. I feel like he's such a interesting voice, and I feel like he kind of carries a different weight in this song. So I love that, hearing that side of him on this album. I will have to give this one a listen too as well, because I'm curious to hear what like some of the B-side songs on this release are. But I can confirm I enjoyed this one a lot. I'll probably be listening to this a ton more. So very excited, very excited. Uni says, I can't hear that type of guitar in pop without thinking of JT. That is true. It is crazy how it is interesting how artists or like specific parts of like artistry are tied to like people's memories of how like certain things in pop music are related. You're like, oh my god, like, you know. And I think Uni and I are pretty close in age, so it's like I feel like it's such a like marker point on like what time period you grew up in, you know what I mean? So very cool. Like I said, no complaints here. Enjoyed the song a lot. If you like this, please go show some love to Hechan. He's incredible. So very nice, very nice. All right. Polo, I think if you're still here, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's Manifest Ruya. Hopefully I've got that correct. Well, Ruya. Okay. Perfect. We'll do the music. Okay, we'll do the music video. Very interesting. Okay, so let's see. Polo says, I have one. Manifest released a song and collab with WNMIXX. Very interesting. Okay. Let's check it out. I'm curious. Let's give it a listen. Also haven't heard WNMIXX, the name WNMIXX, in forever. Holy shit. I'm getting old.
Sensiz bak ne mutluydum. Yapamıyorum çok zor. Bıraktım senin gibi. Geri gelme son bulsun. Tekrar bak istersen, nasıl mutlu olacaksan ol yeter. Sessizce kaybol, uzaklaş, biz çoktan göklerde. Yoksun, hayallerin hep senin olsun. Gözlerine hakim, o hala ister gibi bakıyorsun. Artık yoksun, hayallerin hep senin olsun. Gözlerine hakim, ol hala ister gibi bakıyorsun. Rüyasında beni arıyormuş, güçlüyüz ve bunu biliyorsun. Sen vazgeçtin bizden, tek sen kaybettin cidden. Rüyasında beni arıyormuş, güçlüyüz ve bunu biliyorsun. Sen vazgeçtin bizden, tek sen kaybettin cidden. İstedim seni yanımda, başlarda artık hiç önemi yok. Bakıyorum da zor olmuş unutmak, yüzünü görmem bile zor. Tekrar bak istersen, nasıl mutlu olacaksan ol yeter. Sessizce kaybol, uzaklaş, biz çoktan göklerde. Yoksun, hayallerin hep senin olsun. Gözlerine hakim, ol hala ister gibi bakıyorsun. Artık yoksun, hayallerin hep senin olsun. Gözlerine hakim, ol hala ister gibi bakıyorsun. Rüyasında beni arıyormuş, güçlüyüz ve bunu biliyorsun. Sen vazgeçtin bizden, tek sen kaybettin cidden. Rüyasında beni arıyormuş, güçlüyüz ve bunu biliyorsun. Sen vazgeçtin bizden, tek sen kaybettin cidden. Tek sen kaybettin cidden. vazgeçtin bizden. Tek sen kaybettin cidden.
Rüyasında beni arıyormuş. Güçlüyüz ve bunu biliyorsun.
Sen vazgeçtin bizden. Tek sen kaybettin cidden.
Huh. Interesting way to end that song. All right. Very nice. This was Manifest Ruya. Thank you, Polo, for recommending. I know they had recommended Manifest the last time, so this was very interesting. I enjoyed this. As I mentioned earlier, my sister is younger than me. I don't know if she ever got into WINXX or not, but WINXX is like an old, like I want to say it was like late 90s, maybe early 2000s. So that would check out. I know WINXX was around before, disappeared, and now it's back again, which is such a very cyclical thing. But I thought this was very cool. I like that it's a collaboration with them. I thought that was really cool. The song itself was very, very good. I enjoyed it. I like that kind of like mix of like rock elements with like electronic elements. I feel like that always works out really well. And dynamically, this song has a lot of like good push and pull to the song, so I appreciate that. Chorus definitely got a very good hook to it, very catchy, very earwormy. I like that. Their voices are incredible. I think I had mentioned that the last time, but I really enjoyed it. Andy says it was in the early 2000s, if I remember correctly. I was gonna say, I know it was like either, I don't think it was late 90s because I'm from 93, so it must be early 2000s. That would probably check out more. So thank you, Andy. But yeah, I thought this was very fun. Like you said, very, very, very interesting. And I think the last Manifest song definitely had more of a like more pop spirit to it, and this one definitely has more of a like pop rock feel to it. So I definitely like that a lot. The bridge was very cool in this song, but yeah, it was very well written. I think that what I could say specifically about Manifest is like all of the songs that I've listened to from them, which has only been like a handful, I feel like they've got a really good team of great writers because while I don't really know the lyricism of the song, I feel like I can speak on kind of the musical aspects of their music, and I really enjoyed it. The synth choice was great too in this song as well. But yeah, this was a great song. I enjoyed it. Curious to check out, like I said, more of their music. I'm always very, very enthralled with their stylization. So I don't know how they seem pretty popular. So I wonder if they're just growing in popularity, which is good to see. So Polo says, yay, thanks, no problem. Jazz says very fun. Kala says love their wings. Very nice. And Polo says, oh yeah, that's what I love about them. They have all types of songs from all different genres. I paraphrased that, but yes. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. All right, awesome. Thank you, Polo. Hopefully we'll cover more from Manifest in the future. So all right, Muhammad, we will check out Yerin Baek. I don't, for whatever reason, I feel like that this isn't new, but I could be wrong. Let me see if it came out. Oh no, it came out recently. I'm an idiot. So, all right. Well, let's check out Mirror. Let's give it a listen.
Don't look in mirror, mirror. It just feels only matter. How you gonna take all this color? Don't fake it or take it how you want. You're looking at yourself too many times. yourself in the mirror. Just feel this music, it's funk. All this more focus, get yourself on the floor. Music's gonna be here all night till I tell them to stop.
Oh, that sax. Nice.
Get yourself in the mirror. Just feel this music, it's funk. All this more focus, get yourself on the floor. Music's gonna be here all night till I tell them to stop.
Whew. All right, very cool. I don't think we missed anything else. This is just credits. Okay, very nice. All right, this was Yerin Baek and their song Mirror. Very nice. Thank you, Muhammad, for the pick. I don't believe that I have heard anything from Yerin Baek before, so this was a cool introduction to her. I like this a lot. This was very, very sick. Definitely up my lane of music enjoyment. But this was so much fun. I think to me, this song has a very like hypnotic sensibility to it. Like there's something about it where it's just like it's got a good groove, it's got a good vibe, but like there's something very hypnotic about the song that I like and enjoy. But man, this was so fun, and she's got this really soft like vocal palette in the song. Like I don't feel that like her voice is all that crazy, but just mixed in with like the way that this song specifically sounds, I think it works out really well. Like she almost acts as like this other like trebly like melodicness to the song that I think is just really just really nice over top, and she's got really again a smooth delivery to her voice, so I think that that's incredible. I also got to give a shout outs to the production on this. They did a fantastic job for the song. I think it just got like a really good vibe to it. The bass on the song is gnarly. I love it. But I also really love like the saxophone in this. This is incredible. Like the trumpet and like just like the way that it's kind of mixed in just sounds really clear. But also I think like meshes up well with the rest of the track. So appreciate that. I know in like some of the scenes in the MV was kind of giving like a little bit of like like I don't know, like those like thriller type like 007 like Mission Impossible type like musicality to it, and I think the MV also plays into that a little bit. But I just really liked it. It was just a good vibe. I would definitely give this one another listen again. It was just so much fun, and she's got a very interesting vocal style, so very cool. Let's see. Uni says I've seen her name around before, but I'm not sure if I've heard her music. Definitely will check her out though. Now I would agree. I forgot to even watch the MVOs by Vanilla. That's true. That's true. Muhammad said that man can groove it. Of course, that's true. The OG was grooving for sure. For sure. No Santa, what's good? Thank you for hanging. We are doing some catch up stuff. So if there's things on the ketchup playlist thing that you think we should check out, then it is now time to put your recommendations through. So very nice, very nice. Great choice. I'm definitely gonna give her a subscribe since I didn't before this. So all right, You know what? Let me go back to my YouTube homepage. I'm curious if there is anything on here that I have not listened to. I have such a wide variety of artists on my YouTube page here. Let's see. Oh my god. Not the Mario 64. That's awesome. Let's see. Mohammed says, I got one more request, Milky Way, but Yuna dance performance. We could watch that later on for sure. Gunky says, Umyo's 25 degrees if nobody else is picking anything. Ooh, Isna. I did not know they had a new song. We could check that out. I think that was it. Suho. Let's see. Oh, Motion City soundtrack. Nice. Shout outs. Yeah, let's check out. I'm curious. I did not see this earlier, but I feel like we got to do it. I'm curious with the Isna song. We'll check that one out first, and we'll do Umyol. I'll do Isna, Umyol. Miai song. Okay, we could do that. We definitely check that out. Let's see. Hummingbird. Okay, we could definitely do that. Jazz. Let me add that to the list. We'll do Una. Miai. Okay. I think that should be good for... Okay, cool. Cookie says Isna's dead to me. Oh, no. That's not good. We don't like to see that, so... let's see. Mohammed said Blue Whale. We could do that potentially too. Sally says, oh yeah, did we check out S Cube's and Mingyu song? We have not, so we could also do that. I'll do S Cubes and Mingyu. All right, cool. All right, let's check out Isna first. Let's see what the vibe is. I'm curious.
Paradise Village has been disrupted. Those known as Isna possess mysterious powers and individuality that threatens the system. Authorities have officially classified them as dangerous. If you encounter them, report immediately.
Wait. Wait, that was the end of the song? Oh, no. Oh my god. All right. All right, this was Isna's Mamma Mia. Wow. I don't. This was tough. This was tough for sure. I feel like I have. I feel like for me, this is tough because I liked the struggle. I have a lot of love for Isna because I watched Island 2 and the making of it, but this was definitely not it in my opinion. And I'm not a hater because like I said, I like the previous song they did, the last title song they did. That was fucking good. I feel like this one's definitely interesting. I feel like the one thing that I liked about the song, and I think a couple other people pointed it out in chat, but I liked the pre-chorus. That pre-chorus section was sick, and I think both times that we got the pre-chorus, I was like, damn, like pre-chorus was phenomenal. Like the melody choice was great, like the vocals were awesome, like there's a little bit of ad-libbing in the back in that pre-chorus before the anti-drop in the chorus. I like that. I think if they kind of continued on with that sort of stylization, I think it would have done really well. I just feel like there isn't really like I don't feel like I could get attached to the song. Like I feel like the previous song, I was like the hooks were good, the vocals were good, the rap section was good. Like I felt that this one didn't. I feel like this one didn't really have the earworm quality I feel like that the previous title track had. And I don't I don't feel like maybe this like the way that they kind of word played Mamma Mia and like kind of like verbalized how like that sort of cadence of words should fit with some of the other lyrics. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it really kind of hit me in that way. And the like bridge slash ending of the song was very interesting. It was kind of giving like if I took all of the cutscenes from a Fast and Furious movie and I put it into a bridge of a song. Like if I asked AI to generate like a Fast and Furious bridge song in a K-pop track, like that was my first thought was like, damn, this kind of feels that way. But I don't know. Like I said, I love the girls in Isna. I feel like I have a connection with them, obviously watching the show and following along week after week. So like I obviously do not want the worst for them. I hope that they continue on and do what they need to do as artists, but I don't feel like this one was for me personally. If you love this song and this is you and you like this a lot, absolutely still enjoy it. I hope that my commentary does not destroy your opinions of this song, but I just feel like for me personally, this is definitely not it. It just didn't feel to be like it had the makings of what I've appreciated Isna to do. So I'm hoping that the next one might be for me. Maybe there might be B-sides on this release if there are some that we're enjoying. But yeah, I don't know. Just wasn't vibing with this one. But yes, love the Isna girls. Hope they continue to do well. But yeah, this was not it in my opinion. So, Gucky says actually I didn't like the new Isna song as well. Jazz says, oh, this one. No, Santa says, yeah, I wasn't a fan either. Gucky says, what is that face you're giving? It is. I was cooking. I was trying to figure out if I was gonna enjoy it. No, Santa says good pre-chorus, but the anti-drop doesn't do it for me. MV was pretty wild. I agree. Giving a little X-Men vibes in certain traits. Uni says this is a Teddy group. Yes. Kala says I like the idea, but the instrumental isn't for me. Fair enough. Uni says okay, yeah, that tracks. No, Santa says they didn't even say here we go again ever. Even once. Oh my god. 0 out of 10. Gunky says their last title track was good. I agree. And Gunky says my cat Shadow didn't like it either. He was glaring at me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sign, yes, Sign was good. I did enjoy Sign. Kaylee, hello. We are doing catch up, as Jazz pointed out. Correct. And Uni says, all right, yeah, that was a lot better. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I do not want to be mean for meme purposes. I feel like I try to see the good in the song, certainly, but yeah, this one was a little bit of a rough patch if I have to be straight. So very interesting. I'm always on the lookout. I will definitely check out the Isna songs as they come out, but this one was just not in the thought process. So very interesting, very interesting. All right, Gunky, we're gonna do Umules. You have chosen Umule, so we are doing it. Let's see, 25 degrees. Okay, I have it here. Very nice.
조각만 모래알 그럼에도 빛나는 바다를 떠올려 여전히 내 수없는 새는 그 자리에 있어 바람마저 불어오지 않는 하늘을 보며 숨만 쉬고 있는 거야 누군가는 말하지 언젠가는 너의 날개를 펼칠 거라고 하지만 애매한 날개를 가진 나는 알 수 없어 저 푸른 하늘 아래 자유로운 나라라니 거라고 누구도 알지 않은 일이 왜 나에겐 이렇게 힘든지 이 푸른 바다 위를 헤엄치며 내키잖아 이 신호도 날 쏟아 해도 괜찮아 조금 더 기다려도 완성할 거야 따뜻한 한편의 시를
Great riff. Wow.
무모하지 모두가 다 이루지 못할 꿈에 매달려 도전뿐인
Ooh,
걸
that piano's cooking.
삶이란 건 아직 모르고 하늘이 나는 새 당연하게 날개가 있어도 알지 못하는 그런 새도 있을 텐데 누군가는 말하지 언젠가는 너의 날개를 펼쳐보라고 하지만 애매한 날개를 가진 나는 알 수 없어 저 푸른 하늘 아래 자유로운 나라라니 거라고 누구도 알지 않은 일이 왜 나에겐 이렇게 힘든지 이 푸른 바다 위를 헤엄치며 내키잖아 이 신호도
Oh, very nice. All right. This is Umyul's 25 Degrees. Thank you, Gunky, for the pick. Very nice. I enjoyed this a lot. I was as you could tell, I was air drumming, so I feel like that that ranks on the tiering scale for me. But um, I enjoyed this a lot. This was very fun. I would argue this might be one of my favorite Umyul songs that I've listened to date. I just feel like the dynamics of the song were just so much fun. I like how kind of the verses of the song kind of have more of a chill, more of a chill vibe. Like I love that they kind of stretch the rhythms in certain parts of the song where like you got like little bits of like more of that somber writing style that I feel like they do really well. But then equally as impressive is like the more energetic, the more the more fun vibes when they're able to kind of let loose a little bit more. I feel like this kind of has that good tug and pull of the song. So I've really liked that. The vocals were incredible in this song as well. Like there's a lot of great dynamic range vocally as well. She's got such a fun vocal, and like I feel like in some of those bigger moments where again, there's just like a lot more power, there's a lot more presence behind her vocals in like the choruses and stuff, which is definitely is needed. But I also like kind of the more like laid back, more like dialed in vocal tones that are a little bit more on that softer side. I feel like she just shows off like a really good dynamic range vocally. But that also could be spoken about the instrumentation as well. Like again, there's a lot of energy from their drummer, which is incredible. Like the guitar work was also like phenomenally good, and just really like aggressive in some parts, but like also the same way, like just so much fun dynamics as well. So I would say this is probably my favorite Umule song to date. I feel like they've definitely set the bar high in my opinion. But I also feel like just not only was the song great, but I also feel like the MV was also really well edited. And I love that kind of like cute art style. I feel like they did a great job, and it's very representative of the song. So I love it. So this was great. This was I've traditionally liked Umule, but I feel like this one was one of those ones that I feel like stood out a little bit more amongst the pack of songs. So Gungi says, obviously I love Umule, and this is just a single. Oh, very nice. Gungi says, air drumming is a sign of yours for sure. I agree. It's just sad that their MVs don't have subs. They are criminally underrated. I agree. So very nice. Thank you, Gungi, for the pick. We love it. All right. Jazz. Let me see. It's okay, cool. All right. I think it's the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if it isn't Jazz. I think I saw who posted it. Kaylee posted it. Very nice. Okay. If this is the same one, I don't know. I'm gonna assume it is. So if not, we'll check them out. So right. I'm gonna assume that is the case. And there's another. Okay. Oh, Hummingbird. Okay, that's the okay. Gotcha. Okay. Very nice. Is the Hummingbird one, if I'm not mistaken. Chat moves too fast for me to check back. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Hummingbird. I was right. All right. Cool. All right, let's give it a listen.
난 요즘에 너무 잘 지냈어. 야채도 많이 먹고 건강하고. 난 운동도 못하고 채소도 많이 안 먹고 잠도 잘 못 잤어. 너 좋아하는 음식 있어? 식빵 이런 거가 자꾸 땡겨. 4-5개씩 먹고 자고 그래서 후회하고 그래. 코요테랑 비버 중에 너는 어떤 종류 같아? 코요테 하고 싶은데. 코요테는 누군가를 잡아 먹어야 되고 비버는 누군가를 피해 다녀야 되잖아. 그럼 네가 잡아먹고 있다고 생각하는 건 뭐야? 나 같아. 잡아먹으면 그때 오히려 더 괜찮아지는 것 같아. 난 요즘 음악이 좀 잘 되는 것 같은데 넌 어때? 음악이 잘 된다. 음악이 잘 된다. 늘 순조로웠던 적은 한 번도 없었어. 멋있는 사람이 되고 싶어? 당연하지.
Okay, okay. Jess says the song starts around 4:10. If you want to skip to that part, up to you. Okay. I feel like we gotta watch it. I've already committed. I'm intrigued.
거기 좋아 보인다. 응, 편해. 또 도망친 거야? 도망칠 때 어디로 도망쳐? 만화, 영화 이런 것들. 옛날엔 그런 것들을 보면 정말 나를 잊어먹으면서까지 봤던 것 같은데 그 사람들의 인생에 들어가야 되는데 자꾸 내 인생이 나 여기 있어 하고 방해하는 느낌? 쓸모나 증명은 너한테 어떤 의미야? 인정받고 싶은 마음? 어떤 식의 증명이었는데? 초등학생 때 반대항 축구 같은 걸 하면 질 때도 있을 거 아니야. 내가 골을 못 넣어서 우리 반이 질 때가 있었어. 그러면은 정말 악몽으로까지 이어질 정도로 지는 걸 싫어했던 것 같아. 힘을 다 썼다고 생각한 적 있어? 너무너무 많이 그런 생각을 하고 있고 실제로 그런 것 같아. 아, 내가 고갈 됐구나 라는 걸 많이 느꼈어. 그 새 알아? 2시간 안에 뭘 먹지 않으면 그 새는 죽어. 그리고 나랑 닮아 있다고 느끼는 것 같아. 재미없다. 나 갈게.
어쩌면 오래된 나였다는 걸 여전히 하늘엔 닿지 못한다 해도 난 단지 지금 여기 끝없는 대답 속에서 어떤 하루도 어떤 이유도 변하지 않았지만 다시 나 태어나도 세상 속에 버려질래요 부러진 날겠지 또 어쩌면 오래된 나였다는 걸 여전히 하늘엔 닿지 않는 걸 여전히 미워한 적 없다는 걸 어제가 아물지 않은 새는 멀리야
Nice. Wow. Okay. That was Hyunsang's Hummingbird. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Jazz. Appreciate it. MV was very interesting. The beginning half of the MV was very unique. I thought that was an interesting commentary. I don't know, like my takeaway from that was like a conversation maybe with yourself in a weird way. Um which I thought was very interesting. You know, I'm always curious to like peer in the mind of like people who are really like very artistic. You know, it gave a very interesting looking glass perspective to the song. But he's got a great voice. I should not be surprised. I think he's a member of Happy Pola, which I loved. I loved covering them. And they're incredible. But I felt like this song was so nice. Like there was just something about the songwriting that kind of gives like a singer-songwriter feel to it, but with just so much more, like there's just something really it just had like a lot of depth to it that I appreciate. Like his voice, like as the song kind of progresses, I feel like they kind of put more and more like vocals into the song. Like there was something really special about like as the song kind of continues, there's more vocal layers. I feel like there is more like it just felt a lot fuller, and by the time the song kind of ended, like you get this really big kind of like almost wall of sound quality to like his voice plus like the instrumentation of the song. And then I love how it kind of cuts all out, and then you really just get the voice and the guitar work again. I feel like dynamically that's such a fun tool, and he definitely utilized it really well. So I loved hearing that. But yeah, his vocals were really nice. Like there's a lot of great range. Like you got a little bit of that like beautiful kind of like low end, mid range tone. But then there were some like really good like high vocals and like borderline like maybe head voice / like falsetto tone. It was super, super nice. And I think like all ranges of it kind of just fit super well together, and the production on it just made it feel more full in the track. So I really enjoy this. I like I said, I think it's only the one song, and chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but so far, but I really enjoyed it. I know Wawa was the other one here. I don't know if that's a part of the same release or not, but we'll have to check it out at some point. But I did enjoy Hummingbird. This is very solid. So Jazz says his voice is so special. I would also agree. And Andy says, I love this one. Hey, let's go. Let's go. So, very nice. Very nice. All right. We're going to keep it moving. We probably got a few more in me here. Jazz says they're both on the same single. Okay. Single release. Very cool. We'll have to check out Wawa at some point. Maybe we'll check it out before we go tonight. But, all right. Mohammed wanted to do the Unha song, which we have done already. I just haven't seen the video. So we have checked out the song. We did the full VVZ album. So very cool. Let's give it a watch. I wonder if they performed this one live on their tour. I would assume so. Very nice. All right. This was VVZ's Milky Way, Yuna's solo. Very nice. I won't go into grave detail because we have covered this one already. But I enjoyed this. This is again, listening to it again. I've gone back and listened to the VVZ album actually a ton of times before this, and now I probably will go back and listen to it again. But I like this. This was one of the ones that I enjoyed when we first did the album listen through a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I enjoy this. The rhythm in the song is really fun. I like that kind of like jazz shuffle. That's really sick. But yeah, I wonder if they performed some of these solo songs on their most current tour. I'd be curious. I would like to think that they did, but I don't know. That was the same day we were supposed to see King Daniel, but that didn't happen. So, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. But if we knew, then we would have probably driven back to Philly to see VVZ. But this was great. like I said, I enjoyed the entire album. It's probably going to be amongst my favorites K-pop releases of this year for sure, because I've gone back and listened to it many times. So I feel like it's gonna make the high marks for sure. But really enjoyed this. This was cool. Also, the dance practice was really sick as well. Yuna killed it, of course. But yeah, really solid song. Love to see it. All right. I know No Santa asked for some Me I, so we will do some Me I. If there's a specific song you wanted me to check out, No Santa, let me know. Was there a title song that came out recently for Me I or no? Top. Okay. All right. It looks like this is Me I, so is a song. If I had to guess. So all right. Well, let's check it out.
Tick tick tick tick tick drop it. Click click click click click music. Hey, listen up. 낮에가 나는 showing up. 앉아 시다 시다. Eye to eye. 그래서 나르나. 히카레데 야쿠노야. 내게 숫대 담아요 지시. 엄마도 다른 몸이 닿고도 나의 new war. 문을 하대. 약속 시다 대셔길라 make to be right. This is who I am. 우리 다 see my way. Shine 고도들이私でありたいの出会えたのyour dream もう一人の自分に君の瞳吸い込まれてくの You got me running on me You got me running on me 手をつないで This is me This is I You got me running on me You got me running on me You know This is you This is I 着たい服を着てなびかせるの my hair どこにいても堂々と歩けば ready carpet 偶然ではない運命の出会い君の瞳に映る私信じて一人じゃ意味ない君と見たい夢のまたその先おいで A dream still dream ワクワクするでしょ未知の世界 This is who I am 繰り出す my way やりたいこと通り私でありたいの夢を叶えるのは誰でもない自分だ君の夢は私の夢だから You let me running on me You let me running on me Yeah tonight This is me This is I You let me running on me You let me running on me Yeah This is me This is I You This is me This is終わりのない物語まだまだ始まったばかり新たなページをめくろう選んだ道を世界にするまでかけたい Yeah yeah You let me running on me You let me running on me Yeah 手をつないで This is me This is I You let me running on me You let me running on me Yeah This is me This is I
Wow. All right. This was Me I, and the song is This Is Me I. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, No Santa. I like this. We've covered a decent bit of Me I stuff now at this point. I don't know if all we've covered all of their stuff, but I would say a majority of their title tracks if we have not. But this seems the most I've enjoyed a lot of the Miai songs, but I feel like this one seemed the most like concentrated in terms of like what I would imagine them to do. It just has this really kind of like has this really glitchy aspect to their like songwriting, and I appreciate it. And I feel like it's even more exemplified in a song like this, where like the synths are really razory, but like have like a compression to them, and I love how they fit in the song, but also contrasting in a really nice way. I love the kind of like bright vocals, and I feel like Miai has some really awesome vocals, so like the contrast of like those really bright vocals plus the like really razory synth and like synth choice of the song I thought was really cool. The chorus is really like almost, I would say, like borderline like glitchcore, like glitch stop, maybe like a little bit of dubstep, not obviously to that degree, but I feel like there are some aspects to it. Maybe more of like a glitch step, I guess, if that's a genre. But I definitely appreciate this a lot. I think it is very interesting, and I would imagine like on first listen, I feel like there's so many things that you could like listen to and like notate about the song. And then I also feel like you could go back to the song and pick out completely different things about the song that you didn't listen to on first go around. So I love that. I think that that's really sick. I like the like rap section in this song. I think that one stood out to me more than maybe other Miai songs, in my opinion. But yeah, I thought this was great. This is very Miai coded, but I think they always try to, I don't know, I feel like they always try to reinvent themselves with each song. So I love that. I love that they still contain a lot of the ethos of their musicality, but also in the same vein, gotta branch out and do different things as well within the genre. So I love that. I always feel like they're constantly reinventing the wheel to some degree. So very nice, very nice. Gunky says, I'm excited for some Miai. I agree. Kala says, this is so fun. I love it. Gunky says, this song is fun, but it's also so them. I agree. Uni says, I could have sworn we've already checked this out back when it came out, but maybe that was just me listening to it a ton. Ooh. Says you reacted to it in the new channel. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, this is sick. Shout outs. I feel like No Santa has recommended a lot of Miai stuff, so kudos to them. Very nice. All right. Sally, we are doing it. Is it an S Coops with Mingy? I think. Let me see. Mingyu. Sorry, I don't know why I said Mingy. So No Santa says, if I get a second shot tonight, I'll do Yves White Cat. But that's fine if not. We could do it. I think that's it. This has to be it. I think it's the second video, if I'm not mistaken. So, okay, they made a subunit. All right. I want to say it's that. Okay. All right, well, let's check it out. I would assume it's this, the one featuring Lay Bangs. But I'm not 100% sure. But we'll check it out anyway because it's on the list here. So, check it out. Is this?
You made me hit a trigger and watch.
That's Pretty Woman. Yeah.
You walk that walk that does drive up and keep my cool. Every Sunday, baby, I'm trying to feel with you. My God is up in prayer. I'm breaking all the pretty woman, rolling on my street. Yeah, she on fire, so spicy. 5, 4, 3. That's great.
But if anything, I'm If we talking list, I'm killing everything. Hot commodity to give it up is wedding ring. Not to boast, I'm super bad, got my own bag. Beauty's in the eye beholder, but I'm something to brag on. So done, da, my lipstick, yep, all. From carrying this weight, I almost broke my backbone. People down, I'm up, they keep trolling. In and out, my soul, I'm so how could anybody hate? I beats the black subject to pretty, but they thinking I'm not. And they still watch Miss Ladybug connected to that. Believe me, they be hiding, but they throwing them rocks. Looking presidential, should be in oval. Korea to US, my money by coastal. A bad bitches sharing my plate, I'm not greedy. Girls, we run the world, I'm so
Pretty woman, rolling on my string, yeah, she on fire. So spicy, 5, 4, 3, let's go. I know you like it spicy, got that 5-star place so icy. Kiss it up, keep it saucy, serving hot so, yes please.
Are you ready? Come and ride it. Take a sip, let it hit, we gon' waste no time with it. Every night, yeah, we can ride non-stop, we gon' lose our minds.
Okay, I gotta go back to the. All right, cool. This was credits. Okay, is it just credits? Yeah. Very nice. All right. Very interesting. All right, this was 17's 543 Pretty Woman featuring Lay Banks. Shout outs. This was very interesting. Very interesting. G Dragon says this just got released. It did. Oh, the QWER. Okay. Very nice. I thought this was very interesting. The sample, of course, obviously Elvis Presley. I thought this was very unique. I like that. I'm pretty sure all they did was obviously they used the lyricism of Pretty Woman, walking down the street, and then I assume they slowed down the main guitar at that da da da da da da da da. Like they definitely slowed that. I don't know if they half timed it. I would be curious to know the BPM on that, but I thought it was good. Oftentimes I feel like I'm a little mixed on samples, but I felt like they did this. I felt like they didn't take away anything that the song didn't already have, right? Like I still feel like if you're not familiar with 17, I feel like you would know that sample right out the gate, unless you just weren't familiar with Elvis Presley, which would be insane. But, there probably are people that don't know who Elvis Presley is. But I do like that it still retains a lot of the originality of what makes that song good and catchy and still, still a timeless song in my opinion. But I also feel like it still brings new life to the track itself. So I appreciate that a lot. I feel like they paid a lot of homage to it. But I enjoyed this. I thought this was very nice. Again, I felt like I felt like it kind of did, it paid good homage to the original song, which you love to see. I thought both of them did a great job. Like I said, I enjoyed the vocal parts. From what I could tell, they were mostly singing in English, which I thought was very sick. So big salutes to Mingyu and S Cubes. They both sounded great. I also really enjoyed Lay's Banks. I have never heard of them before, but they had a great verse. I was surprised. They gave them a large feature. So I feel like it did a really good job of obviously showing off Lay. But I feel like they also killed it as well. So it was a good choice on their half. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a very good feel-good song. Like I said, pays homage to the original, but still gives a new, fresh take to the song. So no complaints there. So very nice. Kaylee says, I love it. I love how they changed it and sounded and it sounded new still. I didn't get caught up on it at all. Also amazing feature. She killed it. I agree. Calla says, agreed, loved her verse. No Santa says, you know what modern sample really pisses me off, the Rocket Man one. Kalki says, I've never heard the original before. I feel like that's sarcasm, and I'm not gonna take that. But No Santa says, don't leave me hanging on the end of the chorus like that. That's fair. That's fair. Respect. I get it. So, all right. Well, looks, a lot of people have asked for QWER Blue Whale, so I feel like we can do that, and we could do the final three. It looks like we've got Yves, QWER, and we'll do Yasu. So we'll do all those, and that's it. I gotta go to bed after that. I did not sleep well last night, so okay. Dosana says, I lied. Please do Juniel comment instead of Yves. Okay. Luckily, I caught that. Otherwise, it would have started typing in Yves. So, all right. Thank you, Santa. All right, let's check it out. I am not familiar with this at all, but we're gonna check her out and see what's good. So let's give it a listen.
We now have breaking news.
스며드는 어둠 속에 빛을 발하는 별 하나 소시적인 나도 그저 빛나는 별이었는데 소란한 맘을 덮어 잊어버리면 그냥 추억이 돼 그때의 마음 그때의 공기 모두 모아 담아두고서 굳혀지지 않는 내 습관들처럼 다가오는 별빛에 눈이 부셔 마치 남저 해성들처럼 눈부시도록 빛나는 어부제 숨이 차도록 맘껏 달려 지금 우리의 달력을 넘어가 다시 시작해도 좋아 궤도는 열고 닫진 않을 거야 우리가 가야 할 곳엔 그쯤 없을 거야 영원히 빛나는 성이니까 찾아갈 나의 주점 모습 어둡거나 밝거나 둘 중 하나라도 사랑해주기 꽉 안아줘도 모자란 뿐 때로는 인정할 수가 없어 눈물로 찢은 수많은 날들 살며시 내 옆에 자리한 너 life 끝이 없는 평행선전 너머로 내가 찾아갈 길이 보여 주저앉아 쉴 때도 있을 거야 다시 일어서도 좋아 새로운 날들을 우린 기약해 우리가 살아갈 날에 그처럼 피어날 영원히 빛나루리야
Ooh. I think that was like breakbeat drums. Cool.
다시 한번 벅참을 느껴 마음속에서 손으로 뻗어 전달되는 light
Great
눈부시도록
bridge.
빛나는 어부제 숨이 차도록 맘껏 달려 지금 우리의 달력을 넘어가 다시 시작해도 좋아 궤도는 열고 닫진 않을 거야 우리가 가야 할 곳엔 끝은 없을 거야 Gonna let you know yeah 끝이 없는 평행선전 너머로 내가 찾아갈 길이 보여 주저앉아 쉴 때도 있을 거야 다시 일어서도 좋아 새로운 날들을 우린 기약해 우리가 살아
All right, perfect. This was Juniel's comment. Thank you, No Santa, for the pick. I enjoyed this. This is very nice. I don't believe that I have heard her sing before, so shout outs. She was incredible. I'll have to gonna give her a subscribe now. Um, I like this. I think the chorus definitely is obviously one of the stronger points of the song. She's got really powerful vocals in that section, which I appreciate. Definitely selling that chorus for sure. But I would say my favorite parts of the song were the bridge section. I really love the bridge. She's got, again, really beautiful voice, like a really beautiful voice. And I feel like there's like this somberness to her tone in the bridge, but then as she kind of migrates out of that bridge into the final chorus, I felt like was really good. She showed off like a lot of vocal power. And I love the instrumentation in that section as well too. Really fun. As well as that, her backing band was incredible. She did a great job. Enjoyed that a lot. Or excuse me, they did a great job. Excuse me, they did a great work out there. But yeah, I thought this is a great song. I'll have to check out more of her material. I'm curious if like this is kind of more of a like pop rock, like if she's in that sort of genre space or something else. But this was a cool introduction to her music. So hopefully I'll have more of an opportunity to check out her stuff in the future. So very nice. This is a good song. Thank you, No Santa. Appreciate it. Let's see. We are doing the QWER Blue Whale next. So definitely keeping on with the rock tonality. So love to see it. No Santa says she's been around for over 10 years, so plenty to find. Ooh, very nice. All right. I'll have to check it out. All right. Well, let's keep it moving with Blue Whale. So let's give it a listen.
작은 연못에서 시작된 길 바다로 갈 수 있음 좋겠네. 어쩌면 그 험한 길에 지칠지 몰라. 걸어도 사진 발걸음에 너 가는 길이 너무 지치고 힘들 때 말을 해줘. 숨기지만 넌 혼자가 아니야. 우리 또 언젠가 흰 수염고래처럼 헤엄쳐 두려움 없이 넓은 세상 살아갈 수 있길. 그런 사람이길. 더 상처받지 마. 이젠 울지 마.
Like the Tom.
웃어봐. 너 가는 길이 너무 지치고
Very nice, very nice. All right, this was QWER's Blue Whale. Very nice, very nice. Thank you, G Dragon, and I think Muhammad recommended this, so very nice. Let's see here. Jazz says, "Is this a remake? It sounds familiar." Gangi says, "I really love hearing her voice, especially in this one and their song Dear." I would agree. G Dragon says, "A remake, originally a song from YB." Oh, okay, very nice. And G Dragon said, "She's so good." Gunky says, "Sion really is the biggest reason why I love QWER, but I really like all the members." This was great. I don't believe that I have heard the original, so I can't comment on the. I would imagine it isn't too far off, probably, from the original, other than maybe like vocally, maybe slightly different. But I enjoyed this a lot. I have enjoyed a lot of the QWER songs, if not a majority of their catalog. So, to know this wasn't a remake, I feel like, before I didn't know this was a remake, I still would have liked the song. I feel like for them to kind of do a play on the original of the song, I feel like is cool too as well. So I will definitely have to give the original song a listen. But I like that there wasn't a lot going on with this track, and again, can't speak on the original, but I appreciate how down to earth this song feels. You know what I mean? Like, I think there is like a personableness to this song that I really appreciate, and like I agree with Gunky in the sense of Sion is such an incredible vocalist. I feel like she absolutely carries this song in the sense of like, in terms of the love of the original, but I love that there is this like sensibility in the way that like her voice carries a song, and I feel like you attach yourself to the way that the song is portrayed. So I really feel like there's a lot more dynamics. There's just a lot more feeling to the song, and for them to choose a song like this to record and put together, I feel like this has to have a lot of meaning to the members, if not all of them. So I could see that all of them were singing along at certain parts in the track. So I feel like they obviously have to have some sort of kinship to the song. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I love like the more rock, like rock ballady sort of feel of the song. I appreciate that. There's a lot of cool like octaves and things done with like sort of the vocal guitar parts that I really appreciate. It kind of gives like a almost second voice to the guitar work, which is appreciated. But yeah, great song, and I feel like, in my opinion, again, I'll have to go through the original, but I feel like they were able to kind of amplify the musicality of this song. So I love seeing that. No Santa says, "Just skim through the original. It has a lot more energy at the climax." Fair enough. G Dragon says, "Yeah, it has a lot more guitar solos, and they wanted to go more of the sentimental route." I feel like they absolutely nailed it. Like I said, I think there's a realness to the song, so I feel like it shines very brightly through this song. So love seeing it. So thanks for your recommendation. We're gonna end off on a more somber note. Unhi says, Yasu, Love Potion, if you want something chill. So we will finish it off with that, and I will presumably pass out. So after that, so we'll be doing. Anyway, let's check it out.
How do we love? 손길만 대고서 I could feel love. 날 물들일 동안 까만 밤처럼 선명하게 찰랑거리는 멈출 수 없는 너 작은 공병에 나를 가득 채우고선 고개를 젖힌 채 날 들이킬수록 긴 밤을 자야 할걸 Let's go little love boys
Ooh, I love the flute. Little saxophone too.
너의 가녀린 숨결들도 찰랑거리며 사무치던 손길도 멀어지는 romantic delusion How do we love 흘러내리는 나 I could be love 멈출 수 없는 너 Why do we love I could be love
Wow, that was so smooth. Love it. All right, this was Yasu and their song "Love Poison." Very nice. Thank you, Unhee, for the pick. Nosena says City Pop Queen, and someone remind me to get Yukika in here on some chaos. That would be sick. And Nosena says jazz, flute, and clarinet are criminally underused. I would also agree. I love some jazz, flute, and clarinet. Would concur. I feel like this is the definition of smooth. Especially for tonight. I was like borderline like, oh, I like this a lot, but I also like I could feel my eyes getting heavier as I was listening to it. But I enjoy this. I enjoy this a lot. She's got such a like beautiful tone. I feel like Yasu just I don't know was putting me in a lull, in a good way. I definitely lowered the energy level for me, which is cool. I'm about it. But I think her voice just kind of carries super well in that like city pop, almost jazz, sort of feel of the song. So I appreciate that. I like the little bits of flute mixed into the song as well. Like there's a little bit of I don't know if there was a little bit of clarinet in the song, but definitely flute. And I love that elementation. The beat just feels really right. Like it suits well in the pocket to the song. I don't know if there was a few times where they went through like either key changes or like melody changes towards the end of the song, but I like how it kind of had this alterization of the track. So I like the kind of way that it maybe like messes with your ear a little bit in that way. So I appreciate that. But I don't know, like this type of song, at least right away, kind of gave me like, especially now since we're getting, especially on the East Coast more specifically, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be getting into that like fall season where it's like not super, super cold out, but still like nice enough to like roll the windows down and go on like a cool night drive. I feel like this song would be like chef's kiss on like some nice back roads, in the quiet. I feel like this would be like the soundtrack of a good drive. So, love that. I feel like again, I am surprised that I have not listened to this one before either because I enjoyed the instrumentation, and it was definitely a great great song to kind of end the stream off on for sure. So enjoyed this one a lot. So very nice. Well, Kaylee says yesterday it was 87. Today was 45. Sorry, so it's starting. Oh no. Oh no. Well, hopefully it starts to level out for you, Kaylee. That's rough. But very cool. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. Wednesday, I don't know what we're doing Wednesday. I feel like now since we're done Boys Planet, I'm kind of just like I don't know. I'm kind of lost if I'm being honest. So I'll probably consult chat to see what they would like to do on Wednesday. But yeah, I will figure out what's going to happen. I'm excited to dive into some new stuff. So we'll have to consult. So Santa is about to say it's heat on in the morning and AC on in the evening. Weather now. We're dropping he says we're dropping now as well. Very interesting. Kaylee says it's fine. It's fall now, so it should maybe stay cool. Hopefully, fingers crossed. No, Santa says again, any Saturday you're free, I'm good to go. We could do it this Saturday. I do have the freedom to stream Saturday. My partner is working, so I can stream Saturday. So we could definitely plan for it. No, Santa, you can message me on Discord. I don't know why I was gonna say Instagram. You can message me on Discord and we'll plan it out. I'd be down to do that. And Gunky says, where are all the deep dives people got? That is true. That is true. That is true. I don't know. Jazz I know is ready. I haven't seen Connie shout outs. We'll have to do Connie's at some point too. So Jazz will definitely have to do yours whenever you're ready. Let me know. We could even do it this Wednesday. I want to just try to make sure that if the people chose the deep dive, I want to have them be here. I feel like that's only necessary. Obviously it's their baby, so I feel like they got to carry it to term. So, let's see. Jazz says my golden child deep dive is also ready. Very nice. No, Santa says, I mean, I'll message you on Insta if you really want. You can message me on Discord. That's fine. It's a Freudian slip. Gunky says I would do my deep dive, but I'm only at 56K. Oof. You're gonna be there like next week, Gunky. So, Kaylee says, Gunky, you don't have one yet. I feel like you should have 3 by now. Jazz laughed at my baby comment. So, very nice. If any of y'all want to take up Wednesday, down to do Wednesday. So, Jazz, if you want to start Wednesday, completely cool with that. If chat's cool with that, down for it. But yeah, that's a vibe. No Santa, I guess we'll do your Saturday. If I don't know if it will require more than one stream, but you could let me know. But we could definitely do Jazz Wednesday and No Santa Saturday. That rhymed a little, so we could do that. That'd be sick. So either way, let me know, chat. If you are new, please join Discord. That is the best way to be in the know of what's going on. But yeah, that's the vibes. So we'll keep keeping people posted on what's happening. I know fall time, people are in school, all that shit. So hopefully that's it. Kaylee says, unfortunately, I'd probably be closer, but I'm a lot busier nowadays, so I come in late a lot. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Appreciate anybody that's pulling up. No Santa says, I purposely kept it shorter for ease. Thank you. No Santa. Appreciate it. You do however long you want it to be. So thank y'all. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see if Jazz is down for Wednesday's thing, but thanks again. See ya hopefully Wednesday. Peace.